everyone, we're going to talk about relations, including domain and range, and we're going to express relations as a set of ordered pairs, mapping, table, and graph. First of all, the domain of a relation is the set of first coordinates from that ordered pair of the relation, and the range of the relation is the set of all second coordinates from the ordered pairs. So, just remember when you're doing these ordered pairs here that X comes first, then Y. And the way I usually tell my students is I say X always comes first. I call the X the girl, Y the boy, and they're married. So they're paired together. And now what we're going to do with the domain is the set of the girls or the X's. And so they're all going to get together, and it is 1, 2, 1, we don't have to write 1 twice because 1 is the same person. So since we have 2 1s here, you don't need to copy them down. It's the same place on the coordinate grid. And we don't have to write this 2 down again. And then we have 3. So that's our domain. Okay, the range is when all the guys get together. So all the guys would be the Y part. And that would be 3, 5, -7, 9, and 3 we already wrote down, so we're not going to write him together. Now, another thing I want to talk about is set notation. When you talk about a set, you use these braces here. So I call them squiggly lines, but they're called braces. So that's when you're talking about sets. When you're talking about an ordered pair, you have to use parentheses. And that means X must come first, then Y. Okay, now let's look at this. We have a table, and what I want to do is express this as an ordered pair instead of a table. So simply, I'm just going to put X first and then Y. So I'm going to put them all together as 0, 4, and then I'm going to have 1, 5. Hopefully, oops. I'm going to have 2, 6. I always do this, run out of room. 3, 7. And then it's the set of that. So you use your set notation, which is the curly, squiggly lines. All right, now let's state the domain. And that's all your X's. So that's going to be 0, 1, 2, 3. The order's not important here. We're just writing the X's down, and for the range, we're going to write the Y's down. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's using a table to express a relation. Okay, this is called a mapping. My X is first, then my Y. X comes first. I'm going to write this as an ordered pair, which would be the set of ordered pairs. So I'm going to scoot over so I don't run out of room this time. 6 gets mapped with 0. I almost say that 6 is married to 0. That's how I say it sometimes. All right. -3, she's married to 5. So -3, 5. And then 2, she's married to -2. So 2, -2. And then I ran out of room again. So I'm going to just move down here. -3 is married to 3. And then this is the set of this group of ordered pairs. Let's write the domain. That's when all the girls get together. That's the X's. And we have 6, -3, 2, and I already wrote down -3. Again, the order doesn't matter. And for the range, the guys all get together. I have 0, 5, -2, 3. The order doesn't matter. Now, the thing you also need to know is that the X values, or your first values here, are called they're independent. independent. So that's your domain part. And the dependent is the range. So basically I'm saying the boys depend on the girls. How's that? All right, let's go and look at a table that I have written horizontally. It's the cost of car repairs. And if we notice, we'll probably get into this later, but if you notice that the cost depends on the time. The cost depends on the time that spent on making a car repair. So this is your dependent, depending on the X, the independent. Well, let's write this as an ordered pair. So 0, if they spend 0 time, just by bringing the car in, it's going to be $25. Okay, if the repairman spends 1 hour, you're going to have to pay $50. If the repairman spends $2 hours on it, you're going to spend $75, and so forth. 3 goes to 100, and 4 goes to 125. Apparently $25 an hour. All right, so that's your set of ordered pairs, and let's write the domain. The domain would be your time values. So that would be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And your range values would be the multiples of 25, starting at 25. Okay. Now you're giving a graph, and you have to write down the ordered pairs. So I'm going to go ahead and start in quadrant 1, which is here, and go away around. So this point here, we're going over 2, up 2. So that X is 2. Sorry, this pen's not working. X is 2. X is 2, Y is 2. Then in quadrant 2, I'm going over to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my X value is 6, and then I'm going up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did you catch that? I should have called that negative 6 because we're going to the left. So that would be negative 6. All right, and in quadrant 3, I'm going over to negative 5 and then down 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be negative 4. So this would be 6 up here. All right, so we're going to negative 5 is your X, and Y is negative 4. And then for quadrant 4, it's 1, negative 1. This is 1, negative 1. All right, so that's your set of ordered pairs. Your domain is your X values. And you could just read them. Well, we can read them from the ordered pairs here. So I could read it like 2, negative 6, negative 5, and 1. Because that's a little easier than on this iPad thing. So the range is going to be 2, 6, negative 4, negative 1. All right. So basically, you could just have looked at your x-axis and read the values, and then your y-axis. Okay. Now let's complete a mapping here for this ordered pair. So basically, I'm going to write 8. And 8 gets mapped to 2. So I'm going to draw an arrow from 8 to 2. Now 4, so I have 4 here, and 4 gets mapped to 2 as well. So I don't write 2 again, I just draw the arrow this way. Okay, I already have 8 written down, and I have a negative 9 here. So I'm going to map this, draw an arrow from 8 to negative 9, and then we have 7 getting mapped to 5. I always like to say getting married to 5. They both start with M, married and mapping. All right. And now, then you have to state the domain and range. So your domain is just your X values, and your range is just your Y. So your domain is going to be X, 4, 7. That's your domain. And your range is going to be 2, -9, 5. Okay, and the last thing we have is to graph this. So I'm going to graph 3 to 3, and if you don't mind, I'm just going to, what I'm doing is I'm going over 3 on the X and up here. So this is 3, 3, 2, oh my goodness, am I going to run into something? I'm going to change this. I'm going to change this to 4. So I'll change this to 4. So I'm going to run up into some issues here. So 2, and then we go up to 4. So that would have been 2, 4. And then -3 means we're going to the left. -3 and then up 3, which would be there. And 1, 3, we would go up to here. All right, so this was -3, 3. And this one here was 1, 3. And so I just plotted that looking at a graph. And again, your domain, I'll do this quickly, is your X values. It's 3, 2, -3, 1. I don't have any repeats, good. And your range would be 3, 4. Because I have 3 3s here, but I only have to write them down once. And if you did a mapping, you don't write it down twice, you just map it. Okay, the next video is going to be about relations and equations. So we're going to use plugging in numbers and equations and finding the range.